Hey folks, my name's Ed Trevors. My pronouns are he, him, and his. I'm an Anglican priest serving in the beautiful parish of St. Margaret of Scotland that sits on the ancestral and on the unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people, Gwe. You might not be able to tell looking at me, but I like coffee. Canadians, I think, really enjoy our coffee and our tea. And Canadians, I think this is probably a true stereotype, we really like Tim Hortons coffee. We really like Tim Hortons in general. I'm not sure if it's because donuts are the national food of Canada or because Tim Horton was a hockey player or what the deal is, but we do have a certain place for Tim Hortons in our hearts. And recently, this week, the company that owns Tim Hortons, Restaurant Brand Incorporated, has announced that they're probably going to be raising the prices at Tim Hortons. I'm just going to give you a second to absorb that. RBI is saying that they're going to have to raise the prices at Tim Hortons because of inflation, supply chain issues, and increased labor costs. And you can't blame them, right? You can't blame them. They are going through a period where in the last quarter, I believe it was October, November, and December of 2021, they only reported sales of $1.56 billion and profits. And this makes you choke up a little bit. Their profits were only $260 million. So it's no wonder they have to raise their prices if after they pay all their bills, and if after they pay all their staff, and if after they've purchased all their supplies, all they have left is a measly $260 million. Well, who can live on that? I hope you know I'm being sarcastic. Now, I'm picking on RBI because it was they're the company that owns Tim Hortons, and of course the news here in Canada was Tim Hortons is raising their prices, which 35 million people all of a sudden clicked on. But this mentality, this is corporate mentality 101. Right? Gone are the days where we seek to make a profit, where we want to cover our costs and have money left over to do something else with next year. We now exist in a world where the mentality is we did really well this year, but we want to make sure that we're always doing better than we did last year. So it's no longer about, do I have money left over after paying my bills? It's, I want to make sure I have significantly more money this year after I pay my bills than I did last year. My profits need to be higher year in and year out. Nothing else matters. I need to make sure that I have more profit this year than I did last year, and I have more profit next year than I did this year. That's what the goal is. The trouble is, when you have that as a goal, you can never, ever experience contentment or satisfaction. You are always pushing. You are always struggling. You are always fighting for the next amount, for more and more and more. And when you've achieved more, you say to yourself, well, that's great, but I want more. This mentality seeps into the lives of us, of the population. It's not just a corporate thing. It becomes a personal thing. It's not even about keeping up with the Joneses anymore. It's about keeping up with who we were last year. Yeah, we made good money last year and we bought nice things and we went on a nice vacation, but I want more this year. Nicer car, nicer home, nicer vacations, more stuff, more stuff, more stuff. In 1 Timothy, Paul tells us that contentment is a truly godly characteristic. Have you ever met somebody that was content? I mean, genuinely content. They were happy because they felt that they had all of their needs taken care of. It wasn't because of the amount of stuff they had. It was because they were taken care of. They had all they needed. And they appreciated the fact that they had all they needed. And they appreciated the fact that their needs were met. And they didn't feel like they had to go out and get more and more stuff to feed that irrepressible hunger that comes when we think that we need more and more and more. I really appreciate, you know that I really appreciate Stoicism, and I think it's out of that, the study of Stoic philosophy that I've come to appreciate minimalism as a concept as well. And I'm working on that. I'm working on the ideas of minimalism, but I still feel it in me that I need more. I want more. That if I get more stuff, I'll somehow be happier. And then I can stop wanting more. But when you get that extra stuff, you don't feel happier. You still feel the discontentment, and you need to get more. But I want to be content. And I know most people, I think most people, want to be content. That this struggle and this drive to achieve more and to have more, it's about meeting a need that stuff can never possibly need. It is about actually striving to be happy with what we have, to feel appreciation for what we have, to feel as though what we have is genuinely enough. We can be happy with what we have, when what we have meets our needs. And when we have more than what we need, and we already have that appreciation for what we have, doesn't that mean we have extra to give? Doesn't that free us up to be a blessing for other people? Corporations, the only thought is increasing the profits. There's never a thought of, hey, we could go with less profit, still pay all of our bills, still pay our CEOs those ridiculously obscene bonuses that seem to make the news all the time. We could still do all of that, and we could lower the price of our products so that more people would have the opportunity, the ability to enjoy what we are so proud of. We could use that extra to ensure that our customers, our loyal, wonderful customers, are even more satisfied with what it is we're offering them at no price increase, with no negative effect to their wallet. We could cover all of our costs, pay those obscene bonuses, and make life for our employees better. When we have more than we need, our responsibility is to find, first and foremost, to be appreciative of what it is we have, to be grateful that our needs are met. But the responsibility is then put on us to share the blessings with others. Not to use what's been given to us as a standard by which we measure how successful we are in the future. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord's face be made to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord's countenance be lifted up to you. May you always know the peace of being in the Lord's presence. And I pray that you will be appreciative whenever your needs are met. And that when you have that extra, you will allow yourself to share it with others so that you can feel the reward that comes when we share our profit. Amen. Numultus.